WF representing Palace, so let's tell you about Palace. Rolling straight to the ceiling, crowns and crystals, top like journeys, dishing out malice. Hold up, South London's grandest, far from bandits. Everything earned for a goal of elevation. Just passing the team over here, might finish that bright future, we can't vanish. SE25 any day, that's sellers. Rev up the engines, no more reverse reactions. Fan cams, bands on stream. Share up the team, support the dream team when Eagles fly, make noise and scheme. Dare to dream or dream to dare, taking a step to become supreme.
Good evening all, hope you are well, and this is the Man City match preview. There's quite a few things to get into actually, quite a bit of news as well. So obviously looking forward to this weekend. The fact that it's a 12:30 kickoff as well means that it's going to determine how our weekend's going to go. You know, but the last 12:30 kickoff we beat a certain team in West London. So looking forward to the game, obviously, especially with the news that we had from the press. So JC, how's it going?
Yeah, good. Mostly, I'm happy that we're going to Wembley. I know everyone's talking about, oh, can I get my ticket? Can I do this? Can I do that? Who cares? If you're going, you're going. And guess what? We're going. That's all I'm talking about. I'm happy. I'm good. And I knew this week. Yes.
Decent. Decent. Yeah, obviously Wembley. I mean, first things first, the way that Palace have done it is outrageous.
It's already nearly sold out as well.
They screwed over season ticket holders. Season ticket plus ones were calm. Season ticket holders, they absolutely screwed them over. You know, and that's not to discredit the gold members, but I think the way they did it wasn't.
To be fair, Chairman was stressing because he had to go down to the shop and upgrade himself to Plus just in case.
Oh, snap.
And I think good thing he did it, because if he didn't, then, you know, he would have been stressing today with everyone else.
Yeah. No, 100%. And it just seemed like a money-grabbing scheme, which was a bit poor, to be fair.
Yeah, and you know the worst part about it was, it said, oh, you can upgrade your season ticket to Season Ticket Plus. It was 50 quid, but it's now 45.
45, yeah.
£5. Yeah. Come on, man.
Now, granted, obviously, for those who are gold members, they're like, what? Yes, please. You know what I mean? And
you know what? I did see someone say it, and they said, I've paid £600 for a season ticket, and I go in at the same point as a gold member, which is like 50 quid a year.
50 quid, yeah.
That doesn't make no sense. It should have been ST Plus, ST Gold. Yeah. That's what it should have done. So today should have been just season ticket, and then tomorrow will be gold and everything else. It shouldn't have been done like this.
But look, I'm just hoping that the majority that wanted to go have been able to get tickets, because I know that's been an issue in itself. And by the looks of it, I think we're just left with a bit of the top tier, and that's it. You know, it's selling quick. You know, but anyway, we're here to talk about tomorrow's game. There are even a few. I mean, let's start with Daniel Munoz. Actually, Daniel Munoz has signed a new deal, according to Matt Woosnam.
Has he?
Yep, according to Matt Woosnam, he has signed a new deal. Now, granted, as soon as, because I think Nikki put it in the chat, as soon as I went to double check it, I fact checked it, I saw it was true. My first thought is, what's the release clause? Because him signing the new deal doesn't mean he's not leaving in the summer. It just means it's not 25 million, which was partially reported. But if he does stay,
tell Bobby.
Huh?
Let's give Bobby a call. Is this true?
But, what do you call it? If he does end up staying, what a massive coup this is.
I mean, if it's just for another year, that'll be good.
Yeah.
Most likely, it will be a very similar deal to what we gave Michael, what we gave Eze, and what we tried to give Mark. I think. You know, extend that contract, increase that release clause, just to give the club a little bit more of a safety net. That's probably what's going on.
No, absolutely. And even let's just hypothetically say he still leaves this summer. What would you like that release clause to be?
I mean, you have to be realistic because even though he's worth so much to us in the actual market, bearing in mind his age, I think he's 28, going to be 29 later on this year. So he's not exactly young. And I would say that if you look at him as a player, as a wing back, how many teams would he actually fit into? And I don't think there's many in the Premier League. I do think there are quite a lot abroad. I feel like he would be amazing in Germany, for example, because a lot of them play wing back. But in the Premier League, it's mostly four at the back. So unless he's going to Manchester United, who their manager's trying to copy Oliver Glasner, then I don't think there's really any move. And bearing in mind they just spent how much on Dorgu? Yes, he's young, but Daniel Munoz has shown it that he's better, so he's got to be around that kind of price range. If we're just talking about money now, because players cost crazy fees these days, and I don't think it would be outrageous for saying, look, 40 minimum for a 29-year-old. I don't feel like that's outrageous at this point in time.
No, 100%. I mean, you made a good point about Germany. Like, I'm even thinking about the likes of Leverkusen, who have Frimpong at the moment, and he might be touted by some of the bigger clubs.
Well, it looks like Trent's going to Madrid and Liverpool want Frimpong, so he'd be a pretty good replacement for him.
Fit for, yeah, absolutely. I'm saying 50. Here's why. Apart from Trent, maybe Frimpong, what other right backs or full backs gets you he's on 6 goals, 6 assists or something like that? Like, it's pretty impressive,
The reason why I would say 40, if you're looking at it from the kind of player he is, he's got the best work rate of all of those players that you've just listed. He's got similar numbers to those players that you've just listed, but I think to play at a club that is at that elite level, you need to be much better on the ball than he actually is. I feel like for us, he's amazing because we're not asking him to dribble past 2 players and then score. We're asking him to literally show loads of energy, show loads of commitment, shoot when he needs to, pass when he needs to. But to be that elite level full wing back, you need to be able to dribble to a really good level. You basically need to be a winger. Munoz isn't that kind of guy on the ball.
No, which is a fair point.
No disrespect to him because he's still an amazing footballer, but for a club at the elite level, I don't feel like he would be that guy.
Yeah, for real. Not only has he signed a new deal, Caleb Kapora as well, which I think is excellent news as well.
They done him so dirty in that photo, by the way. Why'd they put... Okay, all my short kings out there, yeah? Why would they put him behind the tallest guy? And bearing in mind, he's still standing on the chair, and Remy's just stood up normally. Like, why would you put him behind? Put him behind Adam Wharton. Put him behind anyone else.
The photographer or whoever's orchestrating it looked at it and said, "You know what, Caleb? Screw you."
Hi, Caleb. You've been a professional for 2 weeks. Simmer down. But one
said, for making us wait for this contract, we're going to embarrass you.
One thing that I did find hilarious though is
check the Corey, please.
No, not even him. Someone posted Remy's thing on Remy posted it, and then someone underneath said, "Damn, why'd they do Caleb like that?" And Dean Henderson replied with bare laughing emojis.
No, but with the check one, surely someone should have said to check, "Hey, big man, you got white socks on." No, I'm saying, what a picture that was. Wait, what?
I never actually clocked Decore. Wait, let me have a look.
Oh, it's bad. And then Woody's got brown shoes on as well.
Was it Remy, right? Remy Matthews. Let's have a look.
No, when you see check.
I know. No, outrageous. Yeah, why has Wardy got brown boots on? Nah, the thing is, now I've clocked it, yeah. That's all I can see. All I can see is his white socks. Nah. Photographer needs to get sacked after this.
Honestly,
It's just a horror show.
it is such a meme photo. Oh my days.
I'm not okay. All I'm saying, yeah, is if we win it, you can say this horror show of a team that can't coordinate their outfits. How have they done that?
Let's just say we make the final. I'm dreading to see what that photo looks like.
No, because bear in mind, they need to get new suits again. They're gonna release a different photo. Like they need to put Caleb at the front.
They need to look in.
They need to tell Caleb, "I'm big man. You're gonna be at the front." And check wear some black socks, or everyone has to wear white socks just for the bands.
Oh man. Last bit of news, because we actually haven't started. We're 11 minutes in, we haven't talked about the game.
Man, who?
John Textor is going to be sued by Bruno Lage. And apparently this is because Bruno Lage was apparently told and guaranteed that he would either have the Palace job or the Lyon job, and he had neither. So Textor might get sued. Hey, what's wrong with our club?
Our club? Or one of our owners? To be fair, Textor has sacked 3 managers in the time frame that Glasner's been our manager. So Bruno Lage could have had any of those jobs.
True.
And Glasner went, I ain't going Lyon. Less of that.
No, this is it. All right, let's look forward to tomorrow's game. I mean, I think the biggest news coming out of the game is obviously after the Brighton win, we were thinking about both Lacroix and Richards. Now, with Lacroix, we knew that there was a concussion protocol, so we knew he would have no contact training for a period amount of time. So he missed the open training session that was at Sellers Park as well. But Glasner has confirmed that Chris Richards is back as well, which is massive considering Mark Gay is suspended.
Yeah.
Question is, and I think this is a very important question, because I don't know the answer to this either. Does Lerma stay right centre back, or does he get moved to left centre back because Richards will play right centre back?
He goes back to the left centre back, in my opinion. That is the clearest thing. I don't know why you would move starting players for someone filling in. And I think that's the long and short of it, really.
Which is fair.
Because
isn't there an argument that Richards plays better on the left?
There is an argument, but I do feel like Richards has become comfortable at right centre back.
He has been good there, yeah.
And to be fair, he was pretty bad there, but I think the more he plays there, he just got better and better and better. That at this point, if you move him out of that position, he might be terrible again. And I don't want to take that risk. I'd rather keep him where he's good. And Lerma, we've seen it. He can play right centre back. And last season, when Mark got injured, he played left centre back really well. So I don't see what's the problem in moving our backup across when our starter should start in his position. That's basically saying, because Lacroix's back, he played left centre back at Wolfsburg. Should we play him left centre back and put Lerma in the middle? That just sounds idiotic. So why would it be any different with Chris Richards?
No, which is fair enough. And I mean, with Jefferson Lerma, just watching it back, how good was he last week?
Oh, he was amazing. And I think one more thing to actually add to my point: the Liverpool away game where we won 1-0, Lerma
That's
got
it,
man
yeah,
the match, and he played left centre back.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
yeah, I think I said it on Tactical when I was talking to Dan. I said Lerma's weakest attribute is his passing. As a centre back, he doesn't need to do that line breaking pass. So you're literally removing the one part of his game which he struggles with, and you're literally saying, look, do what you're good at: defending, being good in the air, being tenacious, showing a lot of energy, using your pace to get back. Like, you're literally removing the worst part of his game to amplify the better parts of his game. So to be fair, I've got no problem with having Lerma as our Mark Gay backup right now.
No, absolutely, and I think having Richards back as well, like I said, it just means that we've got. I feel confident with our back three,
and then also having Will Hughes back as well really
Oh,
helps.
absolutely.
I'm not slating Kamada because he had a
No,
great game
he was
against
good.
Brighton,
Yeah,
but just having that extra man in midfield, because with Kamada playing, the only sub you could have made was Devaney in the middle.
Yeah.
But now you've got Hughes, Devaney, so you've got a little bit more options there.
yeah. I mean, like I said, Kamada played brilliant against Brighton. He was brilliant, but I think it will be right to put Hughes and Wharton back in the midfield, only just because this is a game where we're not going to see much of the ball,
Yeah.
and we're going to need. I think Hughes is very good and he's very underrated at being able to just break up play.
Yeah.
Wharton's been trying to do that and getting booked. You know what I mean? It doesn't work. What Hughes needs to do: break up play, win the ball, give it to Wharton, and Wharton just needs to knock the ball 60 yards and let's say, "Sir, big man, run." That's literally how we've got to try and play tomorrow.
To be fair, Man City struggle when you run at them.
Yeah,
They ain't got, with no Kyle Walker, they've got a slow back line.
yeah,
They really do.
very, very slow. But we've also got to be very concentrated because I don't know how they played a diamond midfield against Man United, which didn't work. I don't expect them to do that again. But it will more likely be, I'm guessing, Doku and Savinho. Which means that we're going to have direct wingers just running like that constantly.
I mean, I think their front four will be De Bruyne, Marmoush. I think they'll play thingy there instead. Silva on one side and Doku on the other side. I don't think Savinho's all that. He was great last year, but he's not really. He's flat to deceive this year. Maybe even a Grealish, because Grealish always plays against us and he always does pretty well against us, to be fair. So they've got a lot of players there that they can rotate. I think the best course of action for us is that they have to play Nunes right back, and I feel like that's going to be an area which Eze has to get running at him.
He has to exploit that, 100%. Last one before we go into the comments. Just based on what you just said regarding like the likes of Grealish and that, do you think we'll be better off playing against their wide players who are a bit more like give and go, or the ones that will run directly? Because obviously Grealish and Silva are more of like the
give and go
sort of like really intricate, where Savinho and Doku are more of the like run at the fullbacks.
That to be fair, that's why I said I think there will be Silva on one side and Doku on the other, so they have both really. What we would struggle against more, I actually think that we'll struggle against the give and go more, purely because of how aggressive our centre backs are. Because if, I don't know, let's say Silva picks up the ball sort of inside of, so Mitchell's out wide, sort of picks it up in the space in front of Lerma, let's say, Lerma's going to come flying out trying to stop the ball. And Silva could just pass it to Marmoush, and then he could first time pass it in behind with Silva keep running or someone running in the space, and then there'll be a big gap there because our centre-back moves up. So I feel like the give and go will be a lot harder to stop than the runners in behind, because if they've just got runners, we can commit multiple players over there and create an overload. But if they do the give and goes and Man City do what Man City do, or they can do that one-touch pass and fizz the ball, then they could cut through us really easily, because we are a very transitional team, and a few direct passes with a bit of pace behind them, a team can cut us open. Really, we've not got a foolproof strategy. We play risk reward, and to be fair, we play it really well compared to most teams. But we can't go around and say how Glasgow plays is unbeatable. You know, teams have beaten us. Teams have played us still.
No, which is fair. For me, when I look at it, I think the fact that Haaland's not playing, they're not going. They may not cross the ball in the air much, but what they will do is, I think they'll try and hit bylads and cut the ball back. And Marmoush he's been brilliant, like little bursts of like 5-yard, 10-yard runs to be able to get to the ball first and stuff. I think you're right in saying that. I think Lacroix has to be very careful because he likes to be aggressive, and Marmoush is clever. You know, he is
feel
clever
like
in defense.
what I was saying to Dan on Tactical, I feel like Man City, they are so route one when it comes to when Haaland plays. You know, everything has to go to Haaland. You get the ball out wide, you cross it into Haaland. You get in the box, you find Haaland. So they're quite one-dimensional in that case. But now you take Haaland out of that team, they start playing like that Man City before Haaland. Sort of that weird time where Guardiola smashed the league without Haaland and without Aguero, sort of in that weird time where he was playing Kevin De Bruyne up front. And they're sort of playing like that a little bit more. And I feel like Man City are a lot more dangerous like that because they've got a lot more strings to their bow compared to with Haaland, where they just get in the box, find Haaland. Oh, we're in their half, find Haaland. It's not one-dimensional. They're a lot more dangerous that way, I think. A little bit like Portugal, how people have been saying that they're better without Ronaldo. Maybe the same thing could be now with Man City without Haaland.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Haaland, he's still probably one of the greatest strikers in the world at the moment. But, you know.
No, absolutely. All right, let's set up some comments.
100%. Loads of comments. So big up everyone. Big up the dog. Moon's just signed a new contract. Big up Cozy. Wonder what his new release clause will be. As a gold member, I'm smiling at least. Or yeah, did you get a ticket? Big up Damo. Big up Monty. 1990, I had a season ticket for next season cup final in 1990.
Jeez.
20,000 people in the queue. I was glad to get the FA Cup semi-final ticket. Man United are the worst than Crystal Palace. Why would Munoz moved to a worse club? I mean, I was literally just saying the only team that plays a similar formation to us. I'm not saying he'd move down.
Money can play a factor in that because they pay their players a lot.
Okay. If you talk about money that they're paying, yeah, as Munoz, as a 29-year-old guy, if they come in with a 5-year contract at 200 grand a week, I'm gone. Are you mad? I'm gone. As me, I'm a Palace fan. Going to Man United for 200, bro, I'm gone. Are you mad? Big up Joe, who also aired me in the group chat. Big up anyways. Went semi-final against Liverpool. 100%. Is a fine Klein replacement. Oh, you think there's a not the end of the world idea, to be fair. I then again though, I do think that he would need a champ loan before getting any regular minutes in the Prem. I don't know if you agree with that.
If he's a backup for Munoz, I think he's fine. Because you know what it is? I think Danny Imre, he might be the collateral damage.
Oh, what, you think he's gone?
I think he might be gone, yeah. Because I don't think they were expecting Caleb's rise to be as sudden as it was.
To be fair with Imre, when he was kicking about in the 23s, I always thought he was better than Kapora.
Yeah.
But I mean, then again, though, there is a world where
it could be both.
Kapora becomes Munoz backup, and Imre can do a job in the League One champ, and then the year after that, we sell Munoz for 50 mil. Kapora goes up, and Imre becomes backup. Like that is a world that could happen. I mean, the real question is what happens with Ratsaki at the end of the year, but I feel like that's a completely separate stream because I still can't make my mind up.
With who, sorry?
Ratsaki. What happened?
Yeah,
We have
jeez.
Romain Esse. We have Ismail Assar. What do we do? Man's just shy. Big up, Pat. Yeah, it was a good surprise to see everyone back. Big up, Alex. It's a texter issue. I thought you said Bruno Mars. Is he even coaching now? Big up Tiddles. Real question is, did Texter specifically say when he would get the job? I mean, if you want to be like that,
knowing Tex, boy, he probably said, "Yeah, it's all here for you, mate. Yeah, no problem."
I'll bet you of him. it was all lip service and nothing written down on paper. Bare comments. Big up Spiritual. Big up Durfairs. Big up Dog.
I was gonna debate this actually, so we'll talk about that. That's a good point, Dog. We'll talk about it afterwards.
If Edison was in the left side, do you think he'd be as good as he is considered? I think so. I don't think he's a bad shot stopper, but he's just elite with his feet. So I do think that he'd be very good as like a sweeper.
It's so difficult to judge a Man City keeper normally because they don't do anything most of the time.
Big up Earth saying, is that the green screen? Yes. It's like a little thing that I've strapped to the back of my chair, so you can't see my messy background. Missed the opportunity to pretend you're at Selhurst Park. Well, hold my beer. Hold my beer. I'll be back in 2 minutes. If Munoz is fit, he could play till he's 24. I wouldn't be surprised if he did that. Is Gaza staying? I hope so. And big up Patrick.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Back 4 or 3 tomorrow. Back 3.
Back 3, yeah.
Especially if one of Richards or Lacroix wasn't playing, I'd entertain it. But I think with both of them being back, no way.
No, absolutely. Let's speak on the player of the month quickly, because I know it was given to Ebbs, who has been good. But yeah, Chris Richards surely should have had a shout.
To be fair, I think Eze took us through that quarterfinal on his own. Genuinely, I feel like that 10 minutes of magic that he produced, I feel like that's more than enough.
Could you argue though, Chris Richards on the defensive side took us through that game as well?
Yeah, you can do. You're remembered for scoring the goals. You're not remembered for.
That's the point. Yeah.
And to be fair, that's just how football is, really. Yes, his defending was outstanding, but I do feel like the moment that Eze created, and also it was a wonderful goal as well because he won Goal of the Month and Player of the Month.
Yeah, Goal of the Month.
It was a wonderful goal, and also this month he has probably played the best football he has played. You know, if you want to go off over the whole month, yes, Chris Richards has probably played better if you look at it position for position. But I feel like Eze is. I'm not saying we gave it to him for pity or to gas him, but he's a very confidence-driven player, and if he thinks that the fans are 100% behind me, he's going to play better. To be fair, what he did against Fulham alone probably deserves that trophy or that award.
Yeah, he has a much better month, and we said it. We just felt like at the time he wasn't running at anyone, his fullbacks, defenders, whatever it may be. And he started to do that recently, and I think it was an interview about 2 months ago, maybe 3, where he actually openly said,
I got no idea what I'm doing. Sorry.
He openly said that he didn't feel fit at the beginning of the season, so that's a lot better. So No, literally fair play to him. Like he's definitely got back on form. But big up Richards. Like the Richards missing against Southampton was mad telling.
Oh
And
yeah,
I think that's just because it was Klein. I think had we gone Lerma at the back straight away, I don't think not that we won't miss Richards, but it wouldn't have been as noticeable.
yeah.
The Klein one was mad. It was crazy. But big up to Kleiny. But yeah, going on to Ebbs, like he has to attack those spaces. And that's what he's been doing a lot lately. Like Man City hate players, like you said, like run at them. He's got to be the dribbler. And what I think Ismail Assar needs to do, especially on transition, get as close to Mateta as possible. Can we get two of them running in behind, wherever there's space, instead of just the one? Because if they do that through the middle, then I don't know who's going to be playing on the left or the F4. I don't know if is it O'Reilly.
I would say O'Reilly will play left back and Nunes will play right back.
Because the centre backs will be what Vardio and
Diaz.
Diaz, yeah.
And he's great defender. He's just slow. Like even Mateta dribbling at him last year, he had a panic attack.
No, 100%. So and I think if we're able to do that and make, because to be fair, I've watched a bit of that O'Reilly kid. He's got burners.
Going forward, he looks really good.
He's good going forward. So if we can try and draw him out of position, Munoz could have a field day.
Listen, if we can create an overload on that side of Munoz and Sarr, it's going to be a long day for him.
Yeah, no, 100%. But like I said, these are the little intricacies that I'm sure Glasner would have looked into. And what I was happy that he said, he noticed that they played a diamond formation against Man United. So he's done the research. He's thinking, all right, so cool. This is a Man City if they play three at the back. This is a Man City if they play the four. This is a Man City if they play the diamond in midfield. And
I don't think they'll go back to the diamond because they play the same way as Man United, and because of the horror show that it was. And bear in mind, Man United can't actually play that formation properly. We can, but seeing that it didn't work against effectively a worse team than us, is it going to work?
If they do a diamond in midfield, Munoz is going to have a field day.
He's going to have so much space down the wing.
So much space.
Their best formation to set up, in my opinion, would be 4-2-3-1. You got 4 out-and-out attackers, and then you got 6 defensive players.
Yeah,
4 if you want to include the wing backs.
Absolutely, and those middle two would be
Kovacic and Gonzalez.
Oh yes, Nico Gonzalez. And they've got Gundogan back, don't they? Gundogan's
back, yeah.
So once again, not bereaved of much pace, which means Foden plays in the 10.
Yeah, so he'd either play central 10 or right-sided 10.
I don't mind that, to be fair. God, and trust me, I bet he scores. I've been slandering Foden.
Foden was going to score against us, and Grealish is going to score against us. Those are the only two. If Haaland's not there, he's there scoring. And it wouldn't surprise me if Marmoush scores as well, because, when he signed for Manchester City, the first thing I said is, this is the biggest flop I can see happening for £80 million. That's the first thing I said. And now look.
Oh, snap. Rico Lewis is another shout. He always scores against
us. No. Alex in the bin. That guy scored his first. John Stones scored his first ever goal against us. And he's played for Man City for like 7 years. And he scored after 5 years of playing with them against us. Rico Lewis, first goal against us. It's crazy, man.
He's got like 2 or 3 goals against us, I think.
Yeah. And I swear he's only played 2 or 3 games against us.
Yeah, he's jarring.
Damn, Afro. Cut it off.
Oh, snap. De Bruyne as well. Where does he play?
Behind Marmoush.
That means Foden don't play in the 10 then?
No, that's not unless he will play wide right.
So then
So you
that's
have
no.
you have Marmoush, and you have De Bruyne, and then you probably have Foden and Doku.
So no Silver then.
Well, to be fair, he's played Silver in DM or centre mid, isn't he? Pep Roulette is crazy. He played
It is mad.
Kovacic at centre back. Like, you never know. You really
Yeah,
like
you never
Nunes is
know.
playing right back. He's an attacking midfielder. Like, it makes no sense.
No, for real.
Swear down, his ex-wife was the Tactico.
I just hope he does it at the end of the game because you know how he likes to go and put his arm around opposition players as if to say, "Yo, big man."
He does that with
contract.
every single time we play against Man City.
I've got a contract ready for
And
you.
he even did it with Wilf. Every time he roasted Walker, he went, my friends are how do you feel like wearing fully blue? And he's like, nah, I'm okay.
No, honestly. What's the other?
Spiritual saying Kova where? At centre back. And the Tacticos were going crazy, like, how this is a masterclass. No, it's not. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're the only team Rico Lewis has scored against, and he's got 3 goals.
What does Nate say again? Can't remember. Charity Professional Football Club.
Hold on, he's not been playing lately either, has he?
No, so he'll start against us.
He'll have some miraculous return.
Pep Roulette.
Honestly. Should we do something different with the combined 11, seeing that there's a load of injuries? Should we just do the ones that have players that are available?
Yeah, why not? Because pick Haaland.
No, Haaland. Right, JP's up top.
Okay, goalkeeper. There is a shout for Henderson here. An out.
I think that is true.
I think most likely.
Should we base it on? Let's base it on this season as well.
This season
Gives us a better chance. Yeah.
Edison has been injured a little bit, so you'd have to go Hendo here. If you're going on off of this season's form, we go Hendo here. You probably go. You probably go Gay Lacroix Diaz.
Yes, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Lacroix. Okay. Here's where my first hear me out comes in. Do we go Gvardio at left back?
At left wing back, why not? Because he plays up front anyway when he's playing on the left hand side.
Also, I've never seen a centre back or a defender be so good at scoring goals. Seriously, play that guy up front. He'll get you 10 goals a season.
His technique is stupid. That's what I hope he plays centre back, because if he plays left back, yeah, he's going to be in our box. Bear.
Oh yeah, pause. But
there was nothing wrong with that one. Jeez, Louise. Yeah, you're having a mare today with them pauses.
No. The pause is good. You just missed it. Midfield. Can't put Rodri in, even though I want to, because Rodri Walton is crazy business.
You know what? I think Pep will try and do that next year. You know.
He was gassing Walton in his press conference, wasn't he? So Walton's going in. Walton's going in. So
I'll put De Bruyne in there. You know.
Nah, he can't go defensive mid or central mid. Can't. He has to go. He has to go in one of the forward line. I
don't know who else to put there then. Because who's there? Kovacic.
I wouldn't put Gundogan there. No way.
No, there's Kovacic. No.
I wouldn't put Nunes there. I wouldn't put De Bruyne there. I mean, he's put Bernardo Silva there quite a few times, but I wouldn't.
I don't think that works either. this
Hey, is Hughesy
this
going
was
in?
he might have to, but I'm
Yeah,
struggling to think.
I think Hughesy's going in, you know, because I don't want to put Lewis there.
No, you can't put Lewis there.
I'm thinking Hughesy goes in, you know.
He might have to, based
Yeah,
on this
Bun it.
formation.
Hughes is going in. It
says Eze
De
De
Bruyne,
Bruyne.
De Bruyne, Eze.
That's bare assist for Mateta, you know.
Hot take. I actually think that with Michael there instead of De Bruyne, you'll probably get Mateta gets more goals.
Yeah. Like, Michael's better. Oh, actually, De Bruyne's cold. He's cold. But yeah, this is basically literally solely on this season. It gives us Palace ones a bit of a chance because normally,
Then again, though, has De Bruyne been all that this season?
Even with his injuries, he's been one of their better players.
Has he been better than Sarr this year?
We still need to get 3 in, don't we? That's why.
Have they not got? Oh, yeah, damn, Man City. You know what's crazy? We made the rule of having 3 players because of Man City, and now look.
Yeah, and this is just based on this season.
Nah,
Had it
Man
been
City, we made the rule because of them, so we can break the rules because of them.
No, facts. But
Yeah. How does it feel now? You only get 2 players. Hold that. A Man City fan joined and then he saw what we were doing and he left. In the comments, UK Pat said Pep is playing 4D chess. Fogden quote. Your ad here, Fogden quote. Maybe our form has me hyped, but I think Palace are going to smash City tomorrow. You're on a next hype. I thought I'd let you know. That ain't happening. This team is cold. Eze and KDB in the same team. Feels like a 1-0 sort of game, and I'm not sure who wins it.
I don't know why, but I see us scoring 2.
Cool.
I just don't know how many we could see.
Are we doing score predictions now?
Yeah, I'm just messaging the City fan. He said work messed up his timing, so I'm just messaging it like if he's still ready to join or not. Just waiting for a reply. If he is, we can hold out on the score predictions. If he's not, we'll do score predictions and we can wrap it up. No, you just got work. Cool. Okay. No stress.
Score predictions. For me, I see I'm playing 4D chess, as Fogden would say. I can see us being so hyped about what we have done and everything just not going well. We've played so well in Manchester the last few years, Man City and Man United. I don't think that record's going to carry on. I feel like a lot of people are saying, and so when I start seeing neutrals saying that Crystal Palace are going to play well and they're going to beat Man City, that's when I know that stuff's going wrong. Like all these neutral fans saying that they want Palace to win the FA Cup, that doesn't give me much confidence either. I just know how we are as a club. Yes, we might not be the same team as we have been. We are a completely different team. I know that, but it's just it's how Palace has always been, and I can't really shake that feeling at the moment. I'm going Manchester City 2, Crystal Palace 1. I think City are going to win. Like I said, we have a good record there. We haven't lost there in a few years, which is pretty unheard of for us. and they're missing some of their best players. And what happens when a team's missing their best players and they play people who are fighting for a starting spot? They play out of their skin and they kill us. Prime example, Rico Lewis. Hasn't played in midfield all season, bangs 2 against us in one season. 2-1 City.
Right. I'm going to say it now. I'm slightly more confident about this game than I am against Newcastle away on Wednesday. I'm going to go 2-1 Palace. Strictly counter-attacking football. I just think the pace with JP and Sarr, I think that's what does it.
I'd see it the other way around. I'd say we've got more chance against Newcastle, but because it's 2 games, we've got 3 games in a week. Just because of
Bournemouth next Saturday as well, isn't it?
Because of the quick turnaround, I don't think that we're going to have enough rest time. Maybe, I don't know. So we probably got less chance against Newcastle. Even though if you give us a week for each game, I'd say we've got more chance against Newcastle. Spiritual's calling me a traitor, but I think out of this week, the most important games are Bournemouth one.
Yeah, they're obviously the nearest one to us. But no, tomorrow's game is just as important because don't forget Fulham are playing Bournemouth as well.
Yeah.
So let's just say they draw and let's say we win tomorrow, we close that gap, and don't forget we've got a game in hand as well. So I think tomorrow is very, very important, just because of the fact that
5-0 Palace.
And the Scum have got what you call Leicester, so they're going to win.
Never know. They are rubbish. Can't beat 9 men, so.
No, but Leicester haven't scored in. If Leicester don't score tomorrow, they overtake us.
You know what I saw? I don't know if it's true, because it is Twitter. I don't know if it's true, but since Van Nistelrooy's first game, Leicester hasn't scored.
It's something like they haven't scored in like 9 games or something.
Yeah, I'm sure it's something like Van Nistelrooy scored some goals in his first game, and they haven't scored a single goal since. I think it's something like they haven't scored since January. It's something like
mad.
that.
Because I think
fact check this, actually.
We have the worst record regarding goals and minutes because I think it was the Frank de Boer era. But if Leicester don't score in this game, they become the team that have now gone the longest amount of time.
Okay, yeah. Leicester haven't scored since they beat Tottenham in January.
Yeah. I saw a graphic where it says Leicester's form is red, green, red.
To be fair, Rich, that was us at the start of this season. Let's not forget that.
Oh, yeah. No, we had a few yellows in there as well. But our first win was Tottenham.
But yeah, the last time Leicester scored a goal was against Tottenham in January. We're now in April.
That's outrageous. And a lot of them there's bare 2-0s.
Yeah. 4-0 loss to Everton, 2-0 loss to Arsenal, 4-0 to Brentford, 2-0 West Ham, 1-0 Chelsea, 3-0 Man United. That's a dodgy one. How are you getting smashed by Man United? 2-0 City, 3-0 Liverpool, 3-0 Newcastle. And even if you look before the Tottenham game, 2-0 City again, 2-0 Palace, 2-0 Fulham.
Oh my days. No, they're struggling. But please, you know what? Just change it just for tomorrow's game, Leicester. You can do it.
You can score. Jordan, are you? You must.
Honestly. Durfus makes a very good point. This game would be less important than how we beat Southampton. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we go through a few more comments and we can wrap it up, actually. Oh, now that supports. Go for the comments.
If they score, they will equal Palace's Premier League record 9 consecutive games without scoring a goal, which was set in January 1995. To be fair, we've actually hit all the other comments. Cool.
Lovely. Oh yeah, I've mentioned the score predictions. Right, that's it. Sleep well, guys. No one's going to the game tour, are they?
No, I'm not going. I'm not going to Arsenal either. Done Arsenal already this year. Don't want to get traumatized again.
Yeah, not doing Arsenal either.
Yeah,
enjoy it. Enjoy the weather. For those who are going down there, safe journey.
Up there.
And hopefully we get 3 points tomorrow.
Hope so. Not confident though. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Up the damn Palace. Eagles.